Hey, everybody! It's time.
The weekend hangover.
Let's go. Hey, everybody!
Holy
Welcome
shit.
to
Ricky
the weekend
Bobby's got his
hangover.
microphone on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome, everybody. This is awesome to be back again with another weekend of racing.
Yes.
Welcome to the weekend hangover on the TrackDaz YouTube channel with Ricky, Bobby, and Dustin. Thank you, everybody, and yeah, stoked. Dustin, how's your weekend?
Oh my god, dude. I ended up in a bicycle ride with this bunch of lunatics. They're the older guys that run out here. And you're pedaling along at a pace line, and next thing you know, you're going like 30 miles an hour, and you're just like, what the fuck am I doing right now? Yeah,
Oh,
like
man.
it was gnarly, dude. It was good stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
Yeah, we are packing up the house. You can
oh, is
almost
that right?
Yeah, everything's off the wall. Everything's
Oh,
getting
man.
put away. Yeah,
Dude, moving is the worst.
Yeah, I know.
God damn it, I hate moving.
We're packing up. Everything's in boxes in the garage, and I had to get a storage unit because our new house got delayed a week, so I got to go stay in a hotel. So next week, even though we have a race coming this weekend, we're not going to be able to do it because I'm going to be in a hotel room with my family, so can't be doing this late at night when the kids got to go to school tomorrow. So we'll delay it a week, and then
okay, so we're taking next week off. Is that what you're telling me? Okay.
Yep. We're taking next week off. So
no weekend hangover next week.
Yeah,
everybody. And it's Ricky Bobby's fault this time, not mine.
No, it's the builder's fault. It's their fault.
Like
and
I said,
the power
it's
company.
Ricky Bobby's fault.
But yeah, no, finished up all the stuff at the new house with the chickens, and they got a new home, so they're ready to rock.
Well, there is racing this weekend, so we're both gonna check the racing out. And but then also there is a TrackDaz event this weekend at Buttonwillow.
Yeah,
dude, I swear, it seems like been forever since I've ridden a motorbike, man. They're riding these pedal bike things, man. It's we had that R1. We took a 2024 R1 to Attack.
Yeah,
and Yosef's doing some stuff with Woolwich, I guess. And R&D, dude. Stock R1, stock pipe, stock everything. The thing is retarded fast. Like, I cannot wait to light that thing up this weekend.
Dude, the Woolwich, I had Woolwich on all my bikes.
Did you?
Except for the Triumph, because they don't do it for the race ECU. Okay. But on my Honda, I had launch control on a 07 Honda, which was pretty sick.
No shit.
Yeah. And then I had the best launches on the bike I've ever had. I still wasn't able to do it for the Cowie, but I think I just need to adjust the RPM limiter on the Cowie. But dude, the Cowie
on my R1, I have the GYTR stuff, the Yamaha stuff. So it's pretty interesting. I know that if you were using the other tuning stuff, they still hadn't cracked the updated Euro standard stuff. And unfortunately it made it so, I mean, I know people that were buying the kit stuff and then like wiring in their lights and horn and shit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
Oh, yeah.
But
because, the race kit stuff is like race only. There is none of that on there. So
yeah, no, that's it. So the Woolwich is great because you can do it on a stock bike and you get everything, all the tunability, cam, timing, everything.
Wow. It's interesting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's good stuff.
Yeah. So Grand Prix this past weekend.
Yeah, in Thailand.
Yeah.
It was quite the weekend, man. Hey, what do we got here?
What up? What up?
This Dave guy, like I've seen this dude running around full of sweat all over him, all over himself. And I had Dave, dude, we just met right before the show went live, right? Like I had no idea.
No, you didn't. You didn't know. Yep.
I was like, hey, who are you? Hey, how's it going?
I surprised Dustin this week.
Well, I appreciate you guys having me on.
Yeah, man.
Fun, man.
So
tell us a little bit about what you got going on, Dave. What's your role? I know that you've been working for the Orange Cat team, right?
Yes. Yep.
Give us a little rundown of what's your role there.
Okay, so yeah, I'm the manager, at Orange Cat, and basically I make sure everything is where it needs to be when it needs to be there. So like we got our crew chiefs and all that stuff, and the riders, they handle that. I handle all the logistics. I make sure we have all the parts we need. I make sure that all of our team crew members are going to be where they need to be when we need them to be there. I make sure that the bikes are ready to go. So I handle everything else besides the stuff on the track, even though I still love to do that too. Last year I started off as Ezra's mechanic.
Okay.
And we had a very good season. Ezra did great. We went right down to the wire in the championship going against Hayden.
He got sick at the last round, right? On that one?
Yeah, man. Yeah, he spent the whole weekend at Coda in the hospital. A lot of people don't know that he actually tried the race. He actually did one session that a lot of people didn't realize, and he looked horrible. He looked like a corpse.
Dude, Ezra looked green as shit. I remember.
Yeah, man. We were so scared for his well-being.
Yeah.
Ezra's a super good dude. I love him to death, man. I had so much fun being his main mechanic. And I felt heartbroken that he didn't get a chance to show everybody what we knew he could do.
Yeah.
So yeah, he basically sat in the hospital that whole weekend.
Oh man.
And didn't get a chance to do anything. But we came back, and team owner asked if I would come in and work for him and run the team. So I quit my day job, and now this is what I do for a living. And it's a dream. I love it.
Best job ever.
It's so hard though. Everybody like, yeah, it's a dream job, but it's the hardest thing I've ever done in my life.
I bet.
But it's so worth it when you got guys like Travis and Jason, and you got the crew that we have. Like, we have so much fun. I don't know I know you guys know, like, we try to bring all the energy. Every single person that's on our crew is successful on track and in their personal lives. Like, we have an alpha crew. Like, every single person on our crew is a badass. So I'm fortunate enough to just work with this amazing group of people, and we get to go out there and live out our dreams, and put it down on the track. We didn't finish where we wanted to this year, but
close.
Next
You
year
guys
we'll
were
come
close.
back and get it.
You guys are
Twice.
Super close. I know.
Well, we finished second last year too. So
yeah.
Dude, if it wasn't for that pass, right? If it wasn't for that pass, dude.
Man, that pass was so crazy. Like, if that's the pass you're gonna put on us, then you deserve to win. Because I mean, he slid that front. I mean, there was a river running across, and there was just one line through there. And Hayden decided, I'm just gonna do it. And then, like, we all like, he's not gonna do it. He's not gonna do it. But he did it, and he made it work.
Dude, that's a lesson right there, dude. Especially when you're racing against that lunatic, dude. Like, if you think,
well, I mean, even a couple laps before, we thought when he got into that tank slapper when he hit the curb in the same corner.
Yeah,
like, we were like, oh my god, like, that was scary. Like, talking to Jason, he didn't even know which way to go because, it
was all over the place.
Yeah, it could have just been a pile of bikes, but I mean, it happened the way it happened, but that's why we love this sport, right? I mean, it's the best sport in the world, and because of moments like that.
Yeah, we it was cool hanging out with y'all at Barber at Vintage Fest, and getting to meet the intern. He was kind of cool, and he got to ride on
my buddy Aiden. Yes,
yeah, they got an intern.
yes, we have an intern. He's actually he just graduated from.
He's out California.
Well, he graduated from. I'm not gonna. He's gonna beat me upside the head. I think he just graduated from Arizona. He's like an aerospace engineer.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But I get Arizona and Arizona State mixed up. I'm pretty sure he's from Arizona, but he'll correct me.
If he's down in Tucson, then it's Arizona.
Yes. So he just graduated from Arizona. He loves motorcycles, and somehow he got hooked up with his dad and our boss. They got hooked up and they met, and he was like, "I love bikes," and so we brought him in, and he's been a lifesaver. Like, he made my life a lot easier. Like, he does all the all the planning, and he can write documents and do all that stuff, and I can just do like the physical stuff, and I can just be like, "Hey, Aiden, can you write this up for me?" And like, it's like a real big help. Like, people don't understand, like, this is a job. There's a lot of stuff that has to be done. There's a lot of moving parts, and the more help you can get, the better. But a lot of times teams don't have those resources. Fortunately, we do. So we can get a lot of high caliber people in here to help us make this thing work.
So what's the deal? Like, I mean, you've had a couple of different riders, and that team has progressed pretty rapidly. I remember last year when you guys came out to test at Buttonwillow.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
And I was like, who is this? And then I talked to the owner guy, like, I was like,
Andrew.
wow, dude, this guy is not a motorbike guy at all. But he's like super into it, and he's super like, I know he sat down with Stamboli quite a bit and like, picked his brain for a while, and things that he needed, because he was kind of coming at the game with the successful businessman mindset.
Yes.
But he felt that he needed to learn more of the specifics of the racing thing so he could apply those. It looks like he's kind of figured that out. Right?
Yeah. So yeah, Andrew is a very successful guy. He loves motorcycles. We kind of met him like on the track. Friends of ours, we kind of met and we got put together. But he loves motorcycles. He loves motorcycle racing. He's all into this, and the goal of Orange Cat is to promote the sport and make the sport better than we left it. So, like, he goes in there and he talks to the Stambolis. He's friends with the top pro guys, all that.
Yeah.
He goes in there and he kind of picks their brains, and then we do it our way once he, figures out what he wants to do. But yeah, he's a great guy to work for. Very, very fun. He just loves motorcycles, and he wants to promote the sport. And he, like, I don't know if you noticed, like, we have the mascot and we have all this stuff. Like, our thing is, we want to have fun. We want to show everybody how fun this sport is, and we want to be ambassadors to the sport.
I remember your guys.
Who picked the paint scheme? That's what I want to know. Who picked the paint scheme?
So that's all. The Orange Cat came from Andrew.
Okay.
Basically, it's a play on Red Bull. So it's a color and an animal.
Okay.
It started off as a joke for their. The team was like a fake team, and they were doing TrackDaz, and this was their team.
Okay.
But he was like, he really wanted to do this. So it's like, let's do it. And we used that logo and that color scheme, and that's his thing, and that's his baby.
It looks like looks a little, the logo looks a little like Thundercats.
Yeah. I mean,
I dig it.
Or Holden, right? It could be Holden.
It's supposed to be cheesy. It's supposed to be fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's, you guys had, when I saw you at Road Atlanta, man, you guys were having a blast with Caleb and Ezra, and then I was watching you guys watch the race, and man, you guys were going crazy. It was awesome. It was a superbike race actually, and you guys were watching the superbike race as a team and hanging out, and that was a lot of fun. I think that was it was cool to see. I really dig the vibe, the color scheme. I happen to like it because it just pops, it just stands out, and that's what we need is bikes that stand out.
There's a lot of red bikes and a lot of
blue bikes,
black bikes, dude.
Black bikes, yes, a lot of black bikes, a lot of white wheels.
Yeah, so that's a good way to segue into the racing GP last weekend.
Actually,
right? Ricky Bobby was talking about the white wheel thing. Is it seriously the? Dave, I don't know if you've heard about the white wheel thing. Ricky Bobby, fill him in on.
Go ahead.
So
it's like upside down pineapple kind of thing.
Yeah, upside down. It's Nate Kern. Nate Kern said it was the equivalent of an upside down pineapple if you ran white wheels.
Yeah.
So
well, the funny thing is, my bike has white wheels. My personal race bike.
But the thing is, it's not just white wheels. It's only the white front wheel.
Yeah.
You run your normal wheel on the back, but if you've only got a white front wheel, that is what Nate Kern said was the upside down pineapple thing.
I love Nate. Nate's a cool dude, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Another BMW guy.
I know.
Jesus Christ. And isn't the TrackDaz program is sponsored by Yamaha. So I'm not going to say the weekend Hangover show is a Yamaha show, but I'm a Yamaha guy. But it's so cool. It's
I like them all. I got some Yamahas in the garage.
I just like motorbikes.
All of them. As long as you're on two wheels, it's all good.
Yep. So you got to catch up on the racing. You were checking it out. I was mainly as Marcus Ramirez on the American Racing had the white front wheel he was rocking, and dude, he held it down. I was really surprised. I didn't realize that American Racing Team was running Jorge Navarro as Joe Roberts' backup.
Oh,
you know what? Yeah. I'm just gonna roll out there that after Joe Roberts wasn't gonna be on the grid, I stopped giving a shit about Moto2. That's just me.
No, I mean, of course we're American, so I want to see some guys from here show up over there. So big SDK. I'm glad he's back in our paddock, but I liked him over there. And Joe Roberts is a good kid, man. They're so fast and so talented. I just wish that the world could see what we see in our guys. If we can get a good chance, get them on good teams. But yeah, Joe Roberts, all those guys are amazing to me. So
do you follow any of the kids that are coming up, the American kids that are in Spain doing the thing?
No, I'm so busy with what I have to do. I barely get a chance to do anything other than what I do. What I do is a lot. So yeah. So I keep up with them as far as reading the articles, but I don't have a chance to follow. I don't even get a chance to follow all the racing that I used to. Usually I'd watch everything, every single race, every session, but now we have to do our own thing. So it's okay, I just catch the highlights and I watch the main stuff, MotoGPs and the World Superbikes. So yeah, I don't get a chance to keep up with the kids, but I'm always rooting for them and hoping that we can get some more Americans on the grid.
Well, I mean, there's a kid that was a Red Bull rookie this year, Christian Daniel, and he's doing the whatever ETC shit, Spain, whatever, Junior Moto 2, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, it was Junior Moto 2.
Some of the other kids too, like Max Toth, right? That kid's doing the Moto 2 thing. There's a few
Julian
Correa. Yep.
Got third in the British Talent Cup.
Right. Yep. So there's a bunch of talented kids coming up that are, it's like their parents had to move to Spain to figure it out, kind of thing, or move, or ship their kid to Europe for every weekend, Julian.
It's such a big, dedicated. You got to get in there. It costs a lot of money. You just gotta. They just jump in there and just dedicate their whole lives to doing that for their kids. It's pretty dope, but it's a lot.
It's a big sacrifice.
Yeah,
it's a big gamble. I mean, Jason did the same thing. So
yes,
he was over there for a long time.
Yeah.
So with the racing this past weekend, there's a lot of storylines surrounding the guys who crushed it and the guys who bombed, like Fermin Aldeguer. Did you get a chance to watch all of that storyline play out when he started in the beginning of the year?
Honestly, I haven't watched any Moto 2. Like, I pretty much mostly just the MotoGP stuff.
Yeah.
That's,
no, I got you.
I like in the past. Like in the past, I've watched all that, but yeah, I only have time to watch like 1 or 2 races.
Yeah.
When I get home, and then I got to do honeydew stuff. Got to make sure the lawn's mowed and the house is not falling apart. So like, I don't get a chance to watch a lot of the other stuff. I mainly concentrate on MotoGP and World Superbike.
Well, he's the kid. He's the talented kid that they signed him to a GP deal early, and
he just kind of fell off
the map, and then he got hurt, and now he's out for the rest of the year. So it's been kind of crazy because Igura got his Trackhouse ride, and then Fermin Aldeguer got the Pramac, and then or Grassini, one of the two, and then who else is Chantra's moving up, the Thai rider. He's going to the LCR team. So
I don't know, man.
3 new rookies next year.
I don't know about that LCR team. I'm not trying to dog anybody, but I don't know.
No, let's dog. Like this is this show, bro.
I mean,
we can bump. We all know Igura won the championship. It's over. It's pretty much a done deal. Moving on to GP, we got Zarco. Zarco's been riding pretty good on his LCR
race, and then the race, the wet race.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So
what's his name? What's the guy from Suzuki?
Alex Rins.
Yeah, Rins and the other guy.
Come on now.
Asparagus.
No.
Joan Mir.
Juan Mir, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he's not having too much luck on that Honda either.
No. Well, he didn't have a whole lot of luck thanks to Marc Marquez.
Yeah. Watch out. Coming through.
I mean, the penalty was kind of a weird thing because that was a big discussion. He gets bumped, loses 3 places, but Mark only has to give back 1 place to Taka Nakagami, and then he goes back in front of him. And the argument was he should have gone back behind Joan Mir or get a long loop penalty so that Joan Mir can get back to where he was. So
you gotta get that.
What do you think about that,
bro? Spanish.
Well, the penalties in general, like, they're not like equally enforced, and I know it's hard to do it on the fly. Like, okay, like there's guys sitting there, and it's like, okay, what are we gonna do? Do we give them a long lap? Do we tell them to lose a spot? I mean, like, the guys don't even. A lot of times they get assessed the penalty, and they don't even take it right away. So it's like when he got assessed that penalty, I think he did another lap before he even decided, okay, I'm going to drop a spot. And by that time, Mir had dropped another spot. So it wasn't even like fair. You know what I'm saying? Like he was supposed to get behind Mir.
Right.
And he didn't do that right away. And then by the time he was assessed the penalty, he dropped behind somebody else, but he didn't drop behind the person that he had the altercation with. So it's like,
I
mean, I understand those jobs are hard to like try to figure out on the fly, how to assess this penalty. But
well, I mean, you look at Morbidelli, right? Morbidelli just full on cleaned out. Did he clean out Quattararo?
Yeah, he did.
Dude, he full on cleaned him out. Gets a long lap penalty.
Right.
Like full on just cleaned the dude out and gets a long lap penalty. Now, karma did get him later because he ended up on the ground again. But I don't know. I'm not a Morbidelli fan. Like that dude's, I don't know. I was a fan of his when he was good, but he hasn't been good in years.
Yeah.
And he's taken up a spot on the grid.
Yeah, I mean, I know. There's
so a lot of those guys, spot fillers in that.
Like he can be good on the right day, but that day hasn't
I haven't seen that day
showing
since
up.
2017, bro.
That day hasn't been around in a while.
Right?
No, he did really good in 2019. Yeah, I mean he was runner up.
I mean, when everyone else crashes out. But 2019 was how many years
Or
ago?
2020,
That's
sorry,
right.
2020. It was whenever no, it's when Quartararo won, it was 2021. That's right. That's when he was at his best.
That's when they were rolling. Yep.
Yeah, because he was still on that Petronas bike where he was actually doing well on it.
Right.
Yeah, it seems like maybe they could come up with a different way to do the penalties. Like maybe like when you watch like stick and ball sports, they have people that are just sitting there and that's what they do. Like when you watch a football game, if the guys on the field, the refs on the field can't figure it out, they go to New York. And there's a master person in New York that says, okay, this is what we're going to do. And that's going to end it. Like maybe they can incorporate something like that. Like somebody that has the experience, somebody has the knowledge, but can think fast enough, maybe a crew of them, like you can assess the penalty real fast.
Like, I've got a commenter here. Chunky Buns was saying rules are rules. She would vote hell no for more micromanaging related how fast you have to do your penalty. My thoughts on that are like, I just want if there's an infraction and you assess that penalty to one rider and then Marc Marquez does the same exact fucking thing and gets nothing or something severely less than that. I don't know. It's lame. It should be applied. Rules need to be applied equally. Penalties need to apply equally.
Yes.
And you can't have like bullshit like that. It's like, I don't know.
I agree with Chunky Buns. We don't want to micromanage it, but we do want to make it fair. Like we just got to figure out a way to.
Well, it's going to be different. Next year is going to be totally different with Simon Crafar, so that's going to be really interesting. So he's taking over.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. So no more color commentary from the pit. Now it's going to be. He's got probably the hardest job in GP.
Oh, dude.
Well, I mean,
because if you get it wrong too, right? If you get it wrong, it's like, championship.
If you get it wrong, then everybody's gonna be looking at you.
100%.
Yep.
It's all on you, bro.
Yeah. So, in the GP, the other big story, obviously, there's some racing that happened, but the big story is that Iannone is coming back to the grid. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Back from his ban.
Yeah, too bad they're not at Phillip Island so he could have to relive the seagull killing.
Another seagull,
Miller took care of that.
Yeah, he did.
Seagull to the bike.
Yeah, and then he rode with it in the handlebar the whole time. That was crazy. That was crazy.
Yeah.
I've actually had that happen to me before.
Where at?
You killed the seagull?
It wasn't a seagull. It was a goldfinch. And it was at Blackhawk Raceway.
I was about to say, there's got to be a Blackhawk.
Blackhawk, yep. And I came around. I was in practice, and it was just a goldfinch, so it's not that big. But I felt it. I'm like, boop. Like I was in the middle of a turn, and I could feel like a hard hit. Didn't think anything of it because nothing happened. And then I came in, and there was a goldfinch hanging from my handlebar from the brake lever guard. And somebody he was like, "Oh, that's good luck." I'm like, "Why would you think that's good luck? It wasn't good luck for the bird." That stood out to me that somebody was like, "Oh, that's good luck that you hit the bird," and he was hanging there. I'm like, "Yeah, nah."
You ever, Ricky Bobby? You ever hit any kind of animal when you're racing?
Yeah, our large bugs down here.
Does that do? I mean, that's like doing a public service. Right?
Yeah, because the big, the palmetto.
Oh, that's right. They're Georgia bugs.
Big palmetto bugs. Oh God,
they're bugs from the south. Yeah.
Flying roaches.
Yeah, it's like a bird.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I've run over a few things. I've run over a person. That's
Oh
not fun.
God.
Didn't kill them though. So that was good. Didn't hurt. Didn't kill myself, obviously.
Right.
Snakes. A snake's a good one. Birds. I've hit a bird before, but yeah, snakes. That's something. You come up over the hill, and all of a sudden there's a snake across the track, and you're like,
gotta run it over.
Yeah, dude.
Just make sure you're not leaned over.
Yeah.
Well, we were testing at Jennings this spring, and I come around one of the turns, and there's an alligator in the middle of the track. And then I'm like, oh, and then I thought it was a belt at first because it was a baby. It was a baby.
Did you make it a belt after?
No, because I came around the next time and his mom was sitting there.
So you got a duffel bag. Duffel.
I pulled in really fast. I'm like, I didn't want to hit the little belt, and I didn't want to hit the duffel bag either, and I didn't want to get eaten.
Dude,
I pulled in right away, man.
I've heard that kind of stuff in Florida, like on bike paths, cyclists talking about that, and also golf courses. Like, I don't know.
Well, the funny thing is, I was stationed in Florida, so I've lived in Florida for about 10 years total, and I've never seen an alligator in the wild. But I come back, that was like 20, 30 years ago when I was in Florida. I come back and I saw like 4 alligators in like 2 days. Like, wow.
That's funny.
Yeah, so they're out there.
Yeah, Chunky Bun says deer at Summit Point. She heard gnarly stories.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, there's that one deer during a Moto America weekend that Rocco Landers nearly, when he was doing
nearly hit a deer,
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's got to be horrible.
Yeah.
It's got to be horrible.
I mean, I've heard of it. There's some track day dudes that have video of that. They post it up on YouTube or whatever. But it's like, dude, I don't want that.
So sketchy.
Yeah.
Yes.
You would think the fence line would hold the animals in or out, but
dude, deer
get in.
Come on, man. Deer jump really high. They have
deer do what they want to do.
Yes. Right.
Just hopefully the noise scares them away.
Right. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think the big storyline this weekend is it's just a points gap, right? Jorge Martin went into the weekend with a 20-point gap.
Yep.
And left the weekend with quite a bit less than that, but
17.
17. Is it 17 now?
I think it's
17 now.
No, 17 because he got second.
The 17.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because Mark crashed out.
But I mean, dude, the fact that he didn't lose more. I mean, when number 93 chucked it into the scenery, he nearly took Martin with him, kind of, So, And then right after that, Martin was like, never mind.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll take second.
Yeah. I want to ride this one home.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the thing that baffles me is like, I mean, I'm not at their level, but how many mistakes they've made over the years and giving it away and giving it back and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Like Martin should win it. Like he should win it now, even if Bagnia beats him. Like, he's got a big enough lead. Like these last 2 rounds, but there's going to be those mistakes.
Yeah.
So somebody tosses it down the road. And
I mean, the sprint races, right? I mean, qualifying, like throwing it away in qualifying and qualifying shit. Like that's.
Did you see the points gaps between Bagnia and Martin, where Martin won more sprint races and Bagnia won more GPs, but because of the mistakes, that's how close they are.
Well, if you look at the DNFs, Bagnia wins the DNFs.
Yeah, he had a lot in the sprints. A lot in the sprints.
It seems like Bagnia somehow digs deep and finds some way to win on Sunday. Every weekend.
Yep. It seems like historically it's always been Martin on Saturdays and Bagnia pulls it out on Sundays.
Right.
Even though Bagnia just won those couple sprints in a row, which was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
You got something going there.
Sprints too.
Right.
Because that's a hard race to win. because it's so flat out. Those dudes they're almost at qualifying pace.
Yep.
Faster,
whatever.
Right? I mean,
they're
crazy. I mean, those guys, and they're laying it on the line, dude. I mean, Jorge Martin, he's got so much to lose, and yet he still sends it in there to get the whole shot. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, when he got that last pass right at the end, I was like, okay. You know?
Yeah, it was so gnarly.
Man.
He's so close to winning this thing. Like, it's
but
it's coming
he's
down.
also just as close to losing it again.
Yeah.
Yes, anything can happen.
Yeah.
And you can see it in his writing. You can see it in his writing.
100%. And, you know, I mean, so Martin killed it by finishing where he did on Saturday, second.
Yeah.
You know, Bastianini has nothing to lose. You know, he battled with Bastianini for a minute and was like, this ain't working.
I'm going to leave it alone.
You know?
Yeah, Bastianini went out on Saturday and just took off. Like, oh, where'd that come from?
Right. Yeah, that guy is
we haven't seen that.
We have seen that this year, but it's like it's not consistent, you know. It's I don't know what he's missing or whatever, or maybe he likes some tracks more than others or whatever, but at that GP level, man, I think every track should be their favorite track, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I think it's going to be an interesting season with a lot of the bike changes to see how good all the riders are and how they're just able to gel with the bikes.
The musical chairs,
especially Martin.
Yeah.
Martin coming over, and how much Pedro Acosta is going to jive with the factory bike, and the factory team. So he's going to have access to all the good stuff, even though he does now with Tech 3. I'm sure they're giving him.
He's been crashing a lot.
That dude crashes a lot, bro.
He's finding the limit.
Oh, 100%. I mean, you guys might remember, you know, the first season that Lorenzo was in GP, right?
Yep.
Right.
I mean, you know, Marquez now. I mean, that dude still wads bikes left and right, doesn't he? Man.
Yeah. Marquez, man. That dude is something else.
He's something else because he's like so fucking magical on the bike 1 minute. And then the next minute, some like the little mistakes that he used to get away with in his 20s.
Yeah.
He ain't getting in his early 20s. He's not getting away with those anymore.
No.
Right.
You know? So
I mean, but he's just fat. I mean, he seems like the master of finding that limit. Like Acosta's going over that line. Marquez
he's finding it and going over it a lot too, right?
Yeah, but I think with Marquez though, he's like overriding that bike because he's trying to make up for the difference between the 23 and the 24s. So I think that when you get to next year when they're on equal bikes, that he's going to be just devastating. But right now he's like, well, I can make this do a little bit extra just to get up there, and when it works, it works. And when it doesn't,
you got to be careful, Dave. You're going to get sucked into a $500 bet with Chunky Buns here for next season. Just be careful. Warning you now, bro.
Okay, I'm watching out.
I mean, it's hard. It's hard to see the talent of that dude and you know, say that he's not going to be the guy. You know, I mean, it's
right.
But then again, he's teammates with the guy that's been the champ the last couple years and has been. Oh, where did he go? Bummer.
We lost him.
I don't know what happened.
He'll be back.
Yeah, he'll be back. But you know, it's hard to bet against that dude. You know, because you never know. That dude wants it. Seems like he wants it more than ever.
It's
crazy.
Well, he wants that 8th championship, man. He wants that 8th championship. And I think the big thing is going to be him, or 7th championship. I think the big thing is going to be the team dynamic. There he is.
Look, here he is. I got him. Yep. There he is. Did your phone die, Dave?
No, I think I must have hit something and the computer shut off. But
that shit. That sucks.
Closed by accident.
Yeah, dude. We've had that here. We call it Taco Bell internet.
Okay. Yeah.
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 I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's just going to be the team dynamic, really, because
Yeah.
remember with Rossi and Lorenzo and how much those dudes were going back and forth. Well,
Right.
now you got Marquez, who's arguably the most aggressive and mental game playing guy, and is going to drive Pecco crazy, and it's just going to result in a gigantic explosion at the team.
I don't think so. I think
I
they're
don't
going to
know,
put
man.
a wall up. I think they're going to pull a wall up. That's about it. Dude, I don't see a whole lot getting to Pecco, dude. Like
I mean,
that dude,
No, what I'm saying is Mark's
he
going
seems
to
like
try.
Iceman. He seems like
Mark's
Iceman,
going to
dude.
try. I mean, you watched it last year on the
Yeah.
Honda. He was always following Pecco out just to try to get under his skin. All the places he's always, it's like, oh, here comes Pecco, and then Mark comes out right after him, and then Pecco slows down, Mark slows down, and they're kind of crawling, and then Pecco goes like, I need to get this lap in, and then Mark goes with them, and then it's just
Right.
all right. And Pecco's like, fine, tried to hang on, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
My hope is that they work together, like having a team where we got two guys with equal talent, and like let's just work together. Like whoever is out in front at the start of this, I mean, like yes, team orders are going to come into play towards the end of the season, but like I want to see how they can work together. Like let's be adults. Let's go ride motorcycles and have fun, and let's go dominate everybody else. Like I want to see them work together. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I think Marquez is older now. I know he can be a bowling ball sometimes, a wrecking ball, but
Right.
like I know Pecco is like, yeah, now I'm the guy, but you're the guy. Like let's just be the guys. Let's go ride. Let's go dominate everybody. Let's go bring this back.
Let's go mushroom
Ducati,
plant everybody. That's what they're. Yeah.
I just want to see. I want to see like I don't want to see the bickering and the arguing and all that stuff. I want to see two mature guys go out there and put it down and like show everybody how good they can be. Like if I was the boss of Ducati, that's what I'm hoping for.
Dude, it sounds like you're describing like every Formula 40 race.
Yep.
Two mature guys throwing out,
Hey, well, that's where I got most of my wins is Formula 40. So I'm an old guy.
I hear that, bro.
Yep.
I hear that.
Yeah, I just want to see a good show.
Yeah, me too.
But I also want to see. I want to see more people step up though. Like the two-rider race is like the two-rider battle for the championship is cool, but let's see five guys. Like let's have all those guys up there. Let's see like we almost had it for a little while, and then like Marquez and Bastianini had their little mishaps or whatever. But
right,
I love this. I love to see like a five-way battle for the championship. Like
yeah,
like anytime, any day, any one of them could win, and that we come down to a few races left to go, and anybody could do it. Like that's what's most exciting.
Yeah.
Like, that would be like perfect. That would be my dream scenario.
Yeah, I think that's every fan's dream scenario.
Right.
And every team is trying to just make it boring.
I mean, I'm hoping that
every team is trying their best to make it boring. Like I know you're busting your ass over there, right? You're not busting your ass over there to make a good race out of it. You're busting your ass to give your rider like the best equipment to make it boring.
We want it boring as hell. We want to win by a lap,
right?
Every race,
exactly.
Like I want to put the fans to sleep.
Yeah, dude.
But that's not what makes racing exciting. Bumping elbows and everybody going all out. I'm hoping that Martin going to the other teams, the other factory.
Bastianini.
Like I'm hoping that they can get up there. Yes, like let's get all these guys in there. That'd be awesome. I can't wait till BMW shows up. Personally,
are they going to show up at Top Rack?
Yes, they are. Yes,
they should.
They are.
He's
They
already,
are. That's that.
He's already making it boring in Superbike. So let's,
No, that I know for a fact that's the plan. Yes.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, you heard it here. Dave said. Right.
I mean, I'm not saying that I know something, but I've heard things.
Did you talk to Flash? Did you have a conversation with Flash on Monday at
Who's
the
Flash?
track day? Marcus Flash, the CEO.
Oh no, I didn't talk to him personally, but I did talk to people that talked to him.
Oh wow!
So yes, yeah.
I mean, talk to sources close to the source.
Well, we're a BMW team, and we are sponsored by BMW, Motorworks BMW in Chicago. And then Jason's also sponsored by San Jose BMW, and Johnny and Will, they're good friends. And I actually talked to them when they came from a meeting in Germany, BMW dealer meeting, and I hope I'm not. I mean, it's open.
I mean, people have been talking about that on the internet already, bro.
But I heard it a while ago that was the plan. So they were like, once Top Rack wins the Superbike championship, that they're gonna go
done deal
MotoGP, and he wants to be the guy, and he should be the guy. And I mean, it'd be really cool to see. I mean, not a lot of people have made that jump,
right?
Colin Edwards, he went over there and did some MotoGP after coming from World Superbike. Ben Spies. He's taken a long way around to get there,
right?
But he deserves.
He's become such an amazing rider,
dude,
through this journey.
It's like you never could bet against that guy ever.
Yeah, I'm the biggest Top Rack fan.
So you're coming to Coda? You coming to Coda next year?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on the schedule and all that stuff, but yes. I'm talking to Nate. Nate, I need to be there.
Yeah, okay. Nate, we need it. We need to get.
Me too, bro. Me too. Don't leave me out.
Hey, I can coach too, man. I've been coaching STT.
Yeah, dude. All three of us.
20 years.
Right.
Well, you got to talk to Nate about that one.
I'm talking to Nate. I'm talking to you right now. Come on, man. You got to get me in here.
Right on, man. So another storyline from the weekend was at least early on, dude, Jack Miller. Like, they were talking about it before the race. They're like, oh, dude, the weather's fucked up. Jack Miller's going to shine. And he kind of did. And then until he didn't, like, man, I don't know what happened, but the dude was right there. And then
he was in third. He had the podium locked up. And and the tire just went away.
Yeah. That dude's, it's like, it's unfortunate. Yeah. It seems like that dude's such a talented dude. I don't know what do you think it is? Like, you're the team manager guy. Like, maybe you watch with a different set of eyes, but like, what do you see that Jack Miller's missing to like be there?
So, honestly, like, I think about all that stuff all the time. Like, I mean, I think it's the bike. I mean, it's the Ducatis, man. I mean, the Ducatis are so dominant, and it's like everybody's trying to make up for what they're losing, and they have to push it. They have to make the questionable tire choice instead of the safe tire choice, because I got to go with a softer tire just to see if I can hang with these guys, and hopefully I get up, and then you lose it. The tire goes off and you crash or whatever. I mean, I think it's just the domination of the Ducatis is just like making everybody push so hard on the other bikes that just aren't up there. Like, I miss the days when we had all fast bikes and they were all like, this bike was good at this course and this bike was good at that course.
Yeah.
And now it's just
the Ducatis are good at everywhere.
It's just the Ducati show. Like,
yeah.
Well,
it also seems like every other team has like cut their programs back significantly, while that program has increased theirs. How many bikes? 8 bikes or something? Like, I mean,
well, they're losing too.
Like, half the grid is Ducati. So, like,
Pramax going away, so they're going to have 6 teams or 6 bikes.
Right.
Yamaha's going to have 4. Honda's going to have 4. Pirelli is going to have 4. KTM's going to have 4.
Right.
Yeah. Why? I don't understand why they wouldn't let KTM have those 2 extra bikes.
Oh, to go 6?
Yeah, because remember, I think it was last year they wanted to keep Acosta, and they wanted to keep those guys, and then they had to give up a couple guys because they weren't letting them. Like, why not let them have the extra bikes?
Yeah.
Like let them have a couple extra factory guys since Ducati's like dominating everything.
Yeah.
You got to give some concessions and let those guys keep their A riders instead of giving them away because they don't have enough spots for them. Like Ducati's on top. They should be cool with letting other manufacturers have a couple extra factory riders just for the sake of the show. Like we want to see the best racing there is. We want to see KTM keep their, those are gas bikes. Let's let them get an extra factory bike so we can have just more people at the front. Like, we're here for the show. Like, don't take away from the show.
What's your opinion on the new regulations that are coming? Was it 2027?
2026?
26?
Yeah.
No, 2027. 27.
Yeah.
When they come back to the 800s?
Yeah.
Well, they're cutting out all the transformer shit. They're reducing the aero,
And no more wings. Are the wings going away altogether?
They're shrinking them.
They're shrinking them a lot.
They're shrinking them quite a bit. So,
that crash with
oh yeah, I know you're talking about Bezecchi
and ran into
Maverick
the
Vinales, Captain Qualifier. Yeah,
like man, the wings are making stuff better, but they're not. Like now we're getting all these penalties for having low tire pressure because the wings are putting so much downforce on it. It's unsafe to go with minimal tire pressure.
Right.
Like the wings seem to be complicating a lot of things. And that crash was scary.
It was. Dude.
He like Vinales was giving them the bird, but he like that bike was out of control. He was doing everything he could to not hit him. Like you could see him like trying to turn. He was like the bike wouldn't turn because the aero was just smashing down on the front tire and it just wouldn't move. And it was just like, that's scary. So like if we can do the bikes perform better when you have the wings on them, but I don't know.
Trevor Watson says that you could see the contrails from the moisture coming off
Miller's
front wing.
I saw that. Yes.
And it was cool.
Yep. I saw that. Yes. Yep. You could see that little wisp of moisture coming off that wing. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. It's scary too. Like really scary.
So there's another comment. He's Ride to Death says that Guy Martin said MotoGP should be full send, unlimited builds. Let them do electronic suspensions, active aero, all this.
That stuff is so expensive to R&D.
Who cares? It's MotoGP, bro. Fucking who cares?
Well, that's bike limiting. Like how many bikes they can fund on the grid and how much they could pay the guys because they're paying millions of dollars for all that.
In a perfect world, you want MotoGP to do everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like everything they can do. But if you
DRS.
I watched a little Formula One too.
No.
After a point, it's like the DRS. I don't even understand that. It's weird. And it's not. It takes away from.
It makes the racing lame.
Yeah.
Formula One is lame.
The TV show Formula One's not lame though, right?
No,
everybody likes that.
But that's because everybody loves.
Stand actually watching the races, but watching the thing after the races are done and you just watch the docu.
Well, they lost Gunther, so that their main and Daniel Ricciardo, their main draws to the TV show are gone. So now it's just boring. But I'm sure it's gonna be some good Zach Brown stuff from McLaren. But anywho, Formula One reduced all their aero. because it was making it super hard to, follow the guys, and the cars were just getting too crazy. So they had to dumb down all the aero and then, change a couple other things with the tires and things like that. But, they were trying to make it, and the racing got better. And then look at, Mercedes isn't dominating anymore, and neither is Red Bull.
Yeah, I only know what I see in the docuseries. I know nothing about that.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's like watching I don't watch ball sports either, but I used to watch that HBO thing about football right before the season started.
Oh, yeah.
What was it called? Hard Knocks. Yeah, I was like, oh, that's cool. Or I'll watch baseball movies, but can't watch baseball. Can't do it. But
I don't know. I think the dulling of the aero and bringing it back towards the old school days, I think will help the racing.
Make motorbikes again.
Yes.
Instead of fucking Transformers.
Oh, dude. I was laughing my ass off. The Moto Republica guys, the dudes from Australia, they were at the Australian round, and they wore their Make Honda Great Again hats, and they walked by Marquez, and they were like, "Hey, Mark," and Alex was like, "Make Honda Great Again," and then Mark's like, it was hilarious. Man. Those guys are so funny.
So funny.
I did reach out to him.
Chunky Buns in the comments says she's waiting for Suzuki to come back and quit again.
Goddamn Suzuki, man. What are you doing?
Dude, what are they doing?
Like, I don't know, man. They
had a good program too, man.
I know they won the championship and then they left. I don't know. I'm a Suzuki fan. Like, that's what I always raced in the past, and it's like I wish the Japanese were back to being the Japanese, but now they've taken a step back, and then now it's the Euros.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
I mean, racing.
Why can't we have everybody just in
racing across the board? It's always kind of been cyclical, though, right? I mean,
right.
It can't always be the Honda GP win, right?
Or the Yamaha.
Well, that's boring.
Or the Yamaha win every year, selfishly. But I mean, seriously, it's cyclical, right? So, it's their time. It's their time.
I mean, it was refreshing to see Suzuki come up and be like, "All right, we're finally going to win a championship," and then they're like, "Okay, we're done. We're out." Like, I want to see all the manufacturers there: BMW, Ducati, KTM,
Kawasaki.
Where's Kawasaki at, man? Come on.
Yeah.
Now they got the Kawasaki Bimota project or whatever that is. Like, I don't even understand what's happening there in World Superbike.
It's really funny that you said that, because Ricky Bobby was in some kind of Facebook discussion about that very thing today.
Yes.
And you have a comment from John Righty that you got to address about the RPM limits or something.
Yeah, for World Superbike, they're going to get apparently rid of the RPM limit. So,
yeah, Mike Canfield is the one that said that.
Yeah,
because he read it on Reddit.
No, he read it on a Facebook group or something, or whatever decision that they made. World Superbike made was on Facebook. I was joking about the Reddit thing because I'm like, oh, we're gonna get. Did they find out about the homologation requirements for Bimota from Reddit? Because I didn't see that anywhere. Where the hell is that bike? And we can buy that bike, but it suddenly showed up in the middle of World Superbike, and they're like, "Hey, we got this cool bike now with wings."
Right.
And they took top spot. I mean, granted, their lap times were about a second off, but still, I mean,
let's good for Garrett.
Let's see how it goes. Well, Garrett's not going to be on that. He's going to be on the
Cowie.
He's going to be on the Kawasaki. The factory team is on the Bimota thing.
Well,
okay. The factory team.
But Garrett's on a factory bike and a factory supported team, so they made that clear too.
Oh,
but it's not.
So maybe he will be. Maybe he will be.
Yeah, he's. No, he's on a factory Kawasaki.
Right. Yeah.
So Garrett, he's got his. Kawasaki is all up in his box too.
But is that a different? Is that going to still be the Bimota powered?
No, Bimota.
Bimota just makes a chassis. It's a Kawasaki engine on that Bimota.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know how Bimota does. They always come out with some weird bike with the Ducati engine, right?
Yeah.
Or
So
that
now,
one year they came out with the TL. It was like a TL 1000 V twin engine, right? They all had that weird steering shit. Like, come on, Bamota, come out World Superbike with that steering shit. Like, let's see that.
Oh, the Tessie, that thing is
like a virus, right?
Yeah. So the Bamota team is the old factory Kawasaki team.
Right.
So the structure, the team makeup, everybody are just rebranded Bamota, powered by Kawasaki, and they have some fancy chassis and all this Gucci stuff. And
looks like a Grand Prix bike. It looks like a CRT bike from MotoGP 10 years ago.
KB8 is the
KB8. There you go.
Like that. So it's, I mean, the thing rips, but I don't know about that next second. If they
you're
can
looking
find
for
it
buying one, is that what you're looking for, Ricky Bobby?
No.
You know, put one of those. Swipe the card.
Hey, listen, man.
21% financing for 75 years.
The only two big bikes that I would even look at buying would be a BMW, or you're gonna probably throw up in your mouth, but a Buell.
A Buell.
Yeah.
Buell's coming.
I don't know what it is about that RX 1190, dude. That thing's sick. And I happen to know a guy who's connected. So.
Oh God, here we go.
I haven't gotten to rid Jeff's bike yet, but he offered to let me ride his bike. So
there you go.
The RS, his RS race bike that's sitting in his garage collecting dust, and then he wipes it off and wins the Pro Thunder race every year. And this year he chose to go on vacation.
Probably a wise choice.
Yeah.
Right. I mean,
yeah. We got to all retire sometime.
So, Dave, am I reading that correctly? Somebody said that you're like the OG Club Racer Rain dude from CCS. Is that right?
Somebody said that in there?
Yes.
I'll find it.
So it's funny because, back in the day.
Chris Onweiler.
Yep. That's my old teammate. That's my boy. Chi-Town Hustlers in the house.
Chi-Town Hustlers.
Chi-Town.
Chicago. We're Chicago guys.
You okay?
So we were the Chi-Town Hustlers, and we used to go all over as amateurs. And I was really good in the rain at some point in time. But now I watch these guys, and I'm like, I can't do any of that.
Oh yeah.
But racing and riding a motorcycle in the rain is one of my favorite things to do in the whole wide world.
Well, I'm glad that you said that. I'm glad that you said that. I'd like to hear you say that again because I have the track day this weekend, and supposedly rain's in the forecast for Saturday. So.
It's so much fun. Like, I've been coaching for years, and it's like when it starts raining, everybody goes away, and it's like you usually have the track to yourself, and just go out there and click laps. And it's so amazing what you can do with rain tires. You can do endos. You can do stoppies. Like, it's just like, I don't know. It's really fun. Like, I look forward to a day when I'm
like, he's saying all the right things, bro. Like, he sounds like he's a jackass like us.
There's people that would call me a jackass. I'm pretty sure.
Oh man,
my wife's in another room. I'm sure she's saying it now.
That sounds like a good time, honestly.
Right? No, I love it. Yep, I love riding in the rain. It's cool.
Yeah, I agree. The only thing I don't like about riding in the rain is cleaning up your bike after.
Yeah, it's worth it. That's
why you spray it down with WD-40.
Yep.
Oh,
yep.
Okay.
My buddy. Okay. Yep. My buddy Nick. He just takes the bottle of WD-40 and just coats it. It's like it'll be fine.
Okay. Yeah.
Just just drench it in WD-40. The whole thing.
Nick's a hoot, man. He's a good dude.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. Right on. That's my boy.
There was this dude from Chicago used to come down to Chuckwalla in the wintertime, and he had a big beard. What the hell is that guy's name? He was like a Chicago dude, and he always hung out with Dustin Apgar. The hell is that? And they.
Oh no! You're talking about Sean. It was Sean. Dude. Yes. Well, that's what the hell is his name? He played in a rock band. Mark Rhodes. Mark
Rhodes. Yeah, Rhodes Racing. Yeah.
Yes. That dude could ride.
Mark was a good dude, man.
He races cars.
Oh, is he car guy now? Yeah, like didn't he have
races,
like?
I just saw him racing somewhere last weekend. Like I think he does like the sprints or the dirt stuff. Yes, he's fast on that too.
Mark was so fun. Like he'd always be out with Apgar and stuff, and then on the national weekends they would do this like Roads Racing TV or something, and they would
Sean
stream
Sean.
Yeah,
was it? Sean. Oh my gosh, I don't know his name. I used to talk to him all the time. He was the insurance guy from Chicago.
Okay.
Sean.
Yeah. Oh, sounds familiar.
He was the one that was always doing the Facebook Live.
Yeah.
He started that whole thing with Mark, and then gosh, I have his name. Hold on, I'm looking it up. He's a good dude. He moved to California. He left Chicago.
This is the professionalism of this show. We have no idea what we're talking about. We just
Sean Kingsbury.
There you go. Yeah, I remember that guy.
He was an insurance guy. Yes.
Yeah, the insurance Sean.
Yes, I remember him. Yes.
Yep, and he started the whole thing in 2017. I ran into him at COTA right after Jody Berry had saved Dustin's life from the burning bike at Daytona.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yep. And Dustin lost his toe.
His big toe, yeah.
Yep. And then he was there. They were all there with Jody and Mark racing, and Dustin was crew chiefing for him, and Sean was there. So I met all those guys, and they were super cool. And
rest in peace to Dustin.
I was talking about that Dustin Apgar dude the other day, man. That guy was such a riot to hang with.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like he was. I mean, like I kind of had built a little bit of a goon reputation, and so wheeling everywhere, all that. And so I was there this particular weekend at Chuckwalla when Apgar was doing that shit in front of Dale, dragging his head through the bowl. Right?
Oh yeah.
And Dale's riding his school bike, and he's like giving him the thumbs up with his glove, on camera. And
that was nuts, dragging that fucking helmet.
That video came out, and it's like, oh look, I'm following Dustin through the bowl. Well, my marketing dudes at Yamaha at the time, they didn't know there was more than one Dustin at Chuckwalla. I got the start of a one-way conversation from this dude at Yamaha. And I was like, bro, that wasn't me, I promise.
It's Dustin Apgar.
Yeah, the other Dustin, the Arizona Dustin.
Yeah.
And Dustin Apgar, man. What the ultimate goon that guy was, man.
I had some cool times at was a VIR in 2019 when he was working for Jones Honda.
Yeah.
And then later that year at Barber, we hung out. He was pitted next to my buddy Corey Heflin, and we were having a blast, man. So I'd always bring him some Holy City beer, and we'd have a good. Him and Jason Madama.
Oh yeah, the Hammer.
I haven't heard that name in a while.
Yeah.
Those two dudes, man.
We used to do the Pirelli Mondays for World Superbike at Laguna. We used to host those, and Apgar stayed behind to help me. He was like staff dude for a day, right? Dude, he's out there on one of my R6s, fucking drags his head at the top of the corkscrew.
Yeah, because then he did. He was doing it for charity. He was dragging the helmet for charity. I remember
he was dragging a helmet because that dude was like a former LBZ stunt rider. He was
that's
a pro
crazy.
Stunt rider back in the day. For those of us who remember brands like LBZ,
right? Local boys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Star Boys.
That's right. It's a Star Boys. That's so funny. Yep. We're definitely in our 40s.
Yep.
I'm in my 50s, so.
Yeah, well, yeah. You're the mature one there.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know about mature, but yeah. I got a couple years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right on.
Well, man, it's been a great conversation.
Good chat, dude. Nice meeting you, Dave. Holy shit.
Yes.
I was like, man.
I enjoyed this. We didn't even talk about the movie.
I know. Shit. Well, we're gonna
dude, don't even get him started about the fucking movie, dude. Like every show, Ricky Bob's like, that one time I was in that one movie.
Hey, that was a summer to remember, though.
That was.
I bet.
That was a summer to remember. For
that
sure.
was an amazing summer. It was hot as balls too.
Right on, man. Right on.
But man, I'm glad you guys had me on, man.
Yeah,
right
for
on,
sure.
dude. Yeah, and I wish you the best of luck for next season if whatever it is you got going on happens or whatever over there.
We'll be back. We'll be back.
good.
We're just working
Yeah?
we're working out the details. We're working out the
All
details.
right. You heard it here first, people.
Oh shit, he's working out the details. They're gonna be back.
Once I know, I'll let you guys know. I promise.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Looking forward to
blast
hearing
it
that.
out.
We should
Right
know
on.
something pretty soon.
Okay. Yeah,
Good
you know what, man? I hope that Uribe is coming back, dude. Like he told me on a podcast at the beginning of the year that if he didn't win the championship, he's gonna be fired. I was like, what, dude?
He's not getting fired.
So,
that dude is I have to say, like, he's a pretty amazing guy.
yeah.
Like I've had a chance to meet a lot of cool racers.
Yeah.
On our team, all of our racers that have been on our team have been amazing guys, but he's top notch. The guy is one of a kind, good dude. I like to tell this story. He won that first race at Brainerd, and we were all excited. 10 minutes after the podium, he was in the pits pushing our pit boxes back. Like, that's the kind of dude he is. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just a good dude.
He's not afraid of getting his fingernails dirty. That's for sure. He's not.
Nah, man. No, that Jason's legit, but all our guys are legit. Travis is legit. Caleb and Ezra, Michaela, Chloe. Like, we've been fortunate to have some pretty good riders on our team.
Michaela, that's a powerhouse right there, man.
She's a badass. She's a badass.
She is. And she's just as fast as she talks.
Yes.
That girl talks 1,000 miles an hour, doesn't she?
So Michaela and her mom and dad, Will and Kamisha, they're an amazing family. I had the fortunate experience to have them on one of our bikes at COTA in the Twins Cup.
Yeah.
And wish the results would have been a little bit better, but it wasn't her fault. It was on our end. We pulled these bikes out that hadn't been touched in over a year, and we tried to make it happen. So there was some growing pains there, but she's the real deal, and our family, they're amazing. Right. And I hope that we get a chance to work with them again, but if we don't, somebody should pick her up.
What's crazy is a team could pick her up not just for a racer, but they could pick her up also if they wanted a mechanic too. Like,
yes. Yep.
Right?
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty cool, man.
I was so happy that we got a chance to work with them, and hopefully we can do it again. But she's got that thing coming up, that competition.
Oh yeah, yeah, the overseas race.
Yes, yeah, that's coming up in Thanksgiving. It's the the Olympic type thing.
Oh, okay.
It's like the U.S. is fielding a team, and there's teams coming from all over the world, and she's going to be one of them. There's a couple other guys, Hayden Schultz, I think. I think Mallory Dobbs. There's a couple other guys I can't think of right now, but I'm looking forward to watching that too.
Wow.
Yeah,
that sounds awesome.
Yep. So
Thanksgiving weekend, I'm going to be at Buttonwillow again for the 20th year in 20th turkey days in a row.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, the 20th annual turkey days. So I don't know what the shirt's going to look like, but the artist is working on it.
I want a shirt.
Yeah,
I want a shirt.
You know what? I'm sure that my partner here could get your info, and we could probably make that happen. Awesome. Size toddler's extra husky, right?
Yeah. There you go. Yes, sir.
All right. Right on. Yeah. Well, you know what, man? Bobby, final words.
Man, my homie David, it's been great having you, buddy. And wait, we got 2 more weekends to go. We got a race this weekend, and don't forget, we will not be doing our podcast next week, as I will be living in a hotel and can't be doing podcasts with the kids sleeping. So, yep, we will be. Yeah, thank you. We'll do it the next weekend, and then after that, we got the final of Valencia. So,
nice.
Stay tuned, and y'all like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah, mash all the buttons and all that. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.
See ya.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.